Hey guys, this is Gerald, houseflippingguy.com, common sense answers to real estate investing. And I want to go ahead and answer a question. And one of them was, and it's a fairly important one, how is the economic outlook? And oftentimes when I get asked that question is really pertaining to what should I focus on as a real estate investor in 2019? Do I still think wholesaling, which is what the majority of investors want to focus on or choose to focus on, do I still think wholesaling is going to be attractive? I still think that there's going to be some opportunities to wholesale. I think as the market begins to change, it actually is changing. There's going to be more opportunities, guys, for owners that are looking to walk away from properties, or they're going to be motivated sellers that are looking to walk away from properties that do not make wholesale sense. I think that there's going to be opportunities for lease options to come about. I think there's going to be more opportunities for, I think foreclosures will come because of different dynamics that are happening. One of the things that's happening, many of you guys have heard it in the news, is GM. So you have job loss that's going to come about. You have people. One of the things I'm seeing more of is, and many of you as real estate agents are going to see more of, is more inventory that's going to be staying on the market a little bit longer. That's going to present a very interesting scenario, because you're going to get a lot of very angry sellers or very frustrated sellers that need their property sold. And so what do you do in that situation? I'm going to give you a little tip. Tenant buyers. Tenant buyers. It's going to be attractive for people that want to go ahead and move on a property, but that cannot traditionally qualify for a mortgage. So I see a lot more subject to, and I see some lease option opportunities as well. I also see something where, and this is a particular topic that most people aren't talking about. It's where you do a subject to, and you, as opposed to renting the property, you rent rooms. And that is for more cash flow. And so if you have a property that typically rents for $1,200 a month to a family, however, that same property will rent for, let's say it rent for $450, let's say $500 a room. Well, that's the difference between you generating as an investor $1,200 a month if you want to rent to a family, or $2,000 a month if you choose to rent rooms. Yeah. So these are the things that I will definitely be focusing on in 2019 and beyond. We're only about a day and a half away from the new year, and I think it'll bring about more opportunities. Also, high-end or higher-end properties staying on the market longer are going to really be attractive for subject to investing as well. Because you're typically, so let's say for instance you're in an area where the average price of the property in your area is, let's say, is $650,000. Well, the majority of people can't qualify for a $650,000 house, and they're afraid that either the market or interest rates are going to change or what have you, and so there's going to be a lot of hesitancy, people being more hesitant in qualifying for that property traditionally. So that's going to be a phenomenal opportunity for investors who know how to be creative with real estate investing. And that's essentially what I'm talking about here, guys, is creative real estate investing is going to be very attractive in 2019 and beyond. Creating situations where it's not just about knocking the wholesaler on price, right? Excuse me, knocking the seller on price. It's about structuring a win-win situation. Okay, I can go ahead and give you your price or close to your price if you could be flexible on terms. If you can get better as investors and create win-win situations with sellers, you're going to find your success rate skyrockets. Plain and simple, right? You're going to find land opportunities out there. You're going to find small apartment complex opportunities with owners that don't necessarily say, when you have a property that's in trouble, that's like an apartment complex, many of us as experienced investors understand that it's not necessarily the local economy oftentimes. You may be in a C area, a B area, what have you. But if you're having challenges with apartment investing, oftentimes the problem lies in the leadership. It's not the people. The problem lies in your approach and your system. It's not the people. And so you have to go ahead and go throughout that process of screening people. You go through the process of checking the financials and checking the credit and making sure, calling character references that would vouch for this individual. And, just doing some digging, going back 10 years. And number one. Number two, placing that property. Don't place the property. If you have an apartment complex and you're listening to this and you own an apartment complex, get that apartment complex out your name, please. Do not own an income-producing property in your personal name. That makes no sense whatsoever. At least go ahead and put that thing into an LLC or something. Okay? So, I see creative real estate investing and creating win-win situations with a seller as being more of a... I think it'll become more popular. And not just wholesaling, not just people doing wholesaling. Other things besides that, besides just wholesaling. Wholesale lease options. It's another topic. But anyways, guys, this is Gerald. Y'all have a good day.